So I haven't done one of these types of videos in a very long time. I was kind of holding off until I got the SH Figure Arts Super Mario line to actually make this video, but they're just taking way too long to come in, so I'm just going to do it now. And yeah, this is my 2026 action figure collection tour, if you want to call it that. And yeah. So I'm just going to start up here because I'm going to move around the whole room, but I'm going to actually start in this corner over here. There is nothing up here, but on this shelf here, we have the Agent Venom with this little bike thing that I gave him. He doesn't actually come with that. We have the Ghost Rider Marvel Legends figure, which is one of my favorite ones, and Abomination, who I recently reviewed as well. And if you come down to this shelf here, this is like this big long downward shelf. We have a couple of these, amiibos and stuff. It's not really like too much stuff. It's just I just needed to put them somewhere. I have a Beyblade from when I was younger. This is the only one I have left. And then I have this big Iron Man light. If you turn this thing, it turns on. It's nice. We come down towards the fourth shelf, and it's literally just SH Figure Arts Mario. I'm still waiting on the other ones. They still haven't came yet. So once they come in, I will make this shelf better. But for now, it's literally just Mario. So yeah. Into the next shelf as well is another recent review. Is the Blockies shelf I have. It's just a little small one. I only have these two. I don't have any more. So yeah, Megatron and Jetwing Optimus Prime. They're very good figures. I do recommend them, and they're fucking insane. Moving on to another shelf, we have still my Funko Five Nights at Freddy's figures, and then one Jazzwares one there. I did like these ones back here. I'm kind of like up and down with these ones now because the Jazzwares ones look so much better. Yeah, all the Funko original ones are still great in my opinion. Even Golden Freddy there. Moving on to the bottom shelf. I think I just dropped some. Moving on to the bottom shelf, and it's literally just Lego. I don't know if I'm going to keep these here. I'm probably going to move these somewhere else, but this is just what I have for now. There's some Connect figures like Bowser and Yoshi, but it's mostly Lego Sonic stuff. So for now, this is where this is, but it's probably not going to be here much longer. So that shelf needs working on a good bit. Obviously, some stuff could go up there as well. But moving on to the next shelf, you can see me in the camera, in the telly there. Hello. But we have just three random stuff up here. I have the Transformers Generation Skywarp, the McFarlane Toys Batman on his bike, and then just a Lego Koenigsegg. It's a nice fucking car. I can't lie, it's a really nice car. Moving on to the inner part of the shelf, we have probably my most expensive part of the display here. My dog wants out of my room. He wants out of my room. Hello! Come on, Bear. Come on. Come on. Why are you looking back at me? Like I'm not gonna follow you. I need a video to do, mate. So these two figures were almost like kind of weird because I bought this figure on sale, and I originally wasn't even going to buy this figure, but he was one of my grails and I actually found him in Sports Direct. Take that as you will. I haven't a clue how he's in Sports Direct of all places. And then I just have a little mini Galvatron truck thingy, and then just a couple accessories I haven't put away yet. But I do really like this shelf, as much as it like is crowded with the two of them together, like they're so close together. I do really like it, and these are my only two MPM figures, so they're gonna have to stay here for now. Moving down to the next one is my Age of Extinction type shelf. Yes, I know Clunker Bumblebee is there, and he's from Transformers 1. I don't have a Bumblebee for this display, so I'm gonna keep him there for now until I get one. I'm not buying the Age of Extinction or Last Night one. Whatever one that is absolute dog shit. But we have some vehicles like Drift, because I don't have Drift either. Barricade, because I have the other one here, the newer one. And then just like Stinger, Lockdown, all the other old figures. So that the OG Hound Voyager class, the YOLO Park Optimus Prime, the Leader class Megatron, Galvatron Prime Studio Series, and it's not a bad shelf, but I don't know how much longer I will keep it like this. I don't know if I will change it into something else, because I have some ideas in mind. Moving down again, and we have my Street Fighter Jada Toys kind of shelf. I haven't done much with this since I have gotten Ryu and DJ, but yeah, it's a nice shelf. I think I need to get Chun-Li in there somewhere eventually. Moving down towards the bottom shelf, and this is just kind of like a miscellaneous shelf. I have just thrown random figures in here. You can tell because Killer Croc and Kratos are in the same thing. A lot of McFarlane figures. There's a Terminator from NECA. and then a lot of Star Wars Black Series. Just kind of a random shelf. I have no clue where to put half of this stuff, so it's just gone in here for now. This will probably be changed. And that is this shelf fully done. I do think this shelf is more organized than the other one, but I think it's definitely the weakest out of the 4 like types of this shelf. Moving on to the next shelf, there's nothing on top of here right now. I do kind of have a plan for this up here, but I'm not gonna do it yet. I might make it into like a short or something. So we're gonna move down to the Rise of the Beasts / Bumblebee movie figures, because I do like this display. You know, obviously we have the Rise of the Beast Prime, Megatron from the Bumblebee movie, the concept art, and then just a lot of the other figures in here. I know Battletrap's kind of rare now, so I'm kind of happy that I have him as well. But yeah, that is this shelf. I'm actually quite happy with this shelf. I just don't know if I'll keep it like the highest part. Moving down again, this is kind of more of a personal shelf. This is my oldest kind of figures that I still have, really. So I have the first ever Transformer I ever got was this Leader Class Prime. The Ironhide figure was one of my favorites when I was younger. This one I got for my birthday, the Voyager class, the Fallen, but all the pieces broke off because for some reason all the pieces can just fly off on that figure, so I had to re-buy it on eBay. So this is like a replacement version. I didn't find the rest of the pieces. This one was also one of my first, the Human Alliance Bumblebee. He was one of my favorites as well. Shockwave I got in the hospital when I was younger, so I like that figure a lot, even though I'm missing his whole arm, so I just stuck his gun on it. Sentinel Prime is another one. It might not be the best figure, but I do have good memories with that figure. And also Jolt from Dark of the Moon. My nanny got me that when I was younger, so this one's here. And that was my first ever Studio Series, the Jazz Studio Series. So he is now in here. He is the newest version out of all these in here. So I kind of like this shelf. I think I might keep this shelf for a long time. I don't feel like changing it really. Moving down again, and we have my own version of my own Tobey Maguire Sam Raimi Spider-Man shelf. It isn't finished yet because the new Green Goblin Marvel Legends has just been revealed. I need it. I need it because I was going to make a custom with that one there. I had it all set and ready, and then it got revealed, so I don't know if I'll make it anymore, but I might still make it just for the attempt, really. But yeah, we have the original. It's Spider-Man 2. It came with the Doc Ock display thingy there, but I'm really the way that the arms move. I'll grab them here. The way the arms move is like they can't really go out anywhere else, but it's a nice figure to have. I remember watching the old stop motion guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but with the rest of them, you have obviously the Marvel Legends Spider-Man from No Way Home, and then the Spider-Man 3 version of this figure, and then CT Toys version, which has a broken leg, Sandman, the Toy Biz Green Goblin, which I got for a very good price. I think I got him for like 25, 30 maybe. And this isn't the superposable one either, but it doesn't actually annoy me that much because the new one's coming out. And also that one is very expensive. So Toy Biz Venom, again, I don't have a Sam Raimi Venom, and the other one is piss expensive, the third party one. So I've gone with the Toy Biz Venom, which has a decent story behind it as well. I made like a little Bully Maguire type figure just to have him in the display next to Venom and the Spider-Man. The custom Green Goblin I'm still contemplating on making, and also Doc Ock as well. That figure is insane. I like that figure a lot. Moving down again, we have this random display of Mario figures that I have. You know what? I'm probably not going to keep this one much longer. I do like the two movie Bowser Jr. figures and some of the Nintendo characters like Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong, Fire Luigi. I like those figures. I just don't think they warrant enough of the display at the bottom half, a lot of these figures, so they're probably going to go into like storage or some shit. Before we get into these shelves here, I'm actually just going to quickly go up here, because I know they're not figures, but this is just a Lego Star Wars kind of stuff, and I have it at the top of my wardrobe. So, and I have my own little thing that I made actually myself in school before I actually left. So I made this to have another display, and I have these two Spider-Man figures just sitting on top of it with these random stuff like the Lego Venom and stuff. But moving on to the top of the shelf you saw at the start of the video, It's just like a lot of my childhood stuff, I can't lie. Like this Spider-Man from the Amazing Spider-Man, he was just one of my favourite figures when I was younger, alongside the symbiote version as well. And this figure right here, Scorpion, I love this design for Scorpion because of the helmet. If you go over here, we have obviously Iron Man and Megatron. This Bumblebee figure from 2018, which I posted on TikTok and everyone was going mental for in the comments for some reason. This Ironhide, which is a repaint, which has 2 left arms for some reason. Sideswipe, a Studio Series Overload. The Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Starscream, this big behemoth here, and just a lot of old childhood stuff mixed in with a couple of the new Studio Series figures, like this Prime right here. But yeah, you have like these very old figures. But yeah, this is kind of just my everything shelf that is Transformers based really that I have left. But moving on to the first of the 2 OG shelves that I have. This is the shelf that I have the longest out of every other shelf. We're going to start off with the Decepticons from Studio Series, mostly. Not all of them, because this guy is here. But yeah, we have Shockwave hidden in the corner. We have the Fallen here, which is my older one. Blackout. You know, just all of these figures. This is literally what I've been doing the last 8 to 10 years, collecting Transformers. I've been just making these shelves and stuff. All these figures are figures that I really wanted over my childhood, and I finally got to get them. Moving down again, and this is kind of like again another miscellaneous shelf. We have an OG Barricade, all the Seekers, Blitzwing, the Bumblebee movie Soundwave, and then just a Studio Series Bumblebee and Ironhide from Dark of the Moon, the Voyager class, just transformed. I was planning on doing a stop motion with them. I'm still in the process of doing that. It is coming soon. So moving down again, and we have my Avengers shelf, sort of. I would like to just say this is the Avengers shelf because Iron Man, Thor, Spider-Man from the Avengers Infinity War, War Machine, Thanos, Hulk. Like, but there is some other stuff like the Fantastic Four, Deadpool, Red Hulk. Like there is some characters in here that are not from the Avengers, but eventually will be. So moving down again is the Jakks Pacific slash Jazzwares Sonic. I do really like this display. I love the Jakks Pacific figures because I wasn't able to collect a lot of the Jazzwares figures. I still have some here. I have a couple more as well. I have Sonic and Knuckles, but they're gone in that box because they have no limbs really. But yeah, this just is again another like childhood sort of completion sort of thing, because I always watched the Sonic stop motion series, which is from the Jazzwares figures. And moving on to the final part of this shelf, which is the final part of the video, is the second part, or the second half of the shelf. This is my Studio Series Autobots shelf. So I do really, so I really do love this shelf. Like, I think this is just kind of completed for me. You know, obviously I can't put Sentinel in there because there's no room, so he's just had to sit in the corner there. 2 Optimus Primes from both of the movies, Ironhide's back there. 2 versions of Ratchet with the NES version. I probably don't know how long the NES version is going to stay in there. Sideswipe, Jazz, Bumblebee, Dino, the Wreckers, Hugh, the RC sisters, and Sam. From the movies, like from the first 3 movies, I kind of don't really know who else to add in there, apart from probably Skids and Mudflap, but they don't have Studio Series and they probably never will. Moving down to a shelf that I don't think will stay much longer is this shelf. Again, it's another miscellaneous kind of throw whatever I have left, because you can see the Fallen. This is the newer version I got with the Battle Damage Megatron and Soundwave pack, YOLO Park Scourge, and then just a random fuckload of Transformers. Moving down to the Spider-Man shelf that I've got. This is one of my more, I like this one a lot because again, back then when you watch the Spider-Man movies, you want the figures of it if you're a collector of action figures as well. And like for the likes of Lizard, Carnage, Venom, you know, like you weren't able to get these lot back then as easily as you can now, I think. Well, from what I understand anyway. Kind of different array of Spider-Man figures. And also Phage. Phage is another cool one as well. And Gwenom. And we move on to the final shelf, which is another Sonic shelf. It is the kind of more articulated versions of the Jakks Pacific figures. just along with these two, because I don't really want to put them in the other ones. They don't really match too much. So we have all the movie figures like Dr. Robotnik, Gerald Robotnik, and then all the Sonic characters from the movie. And then we had the DC collab as well with all these figures. The super versions of Sonic and Shadow from the third movie. And then just some Sonic Prime stuff as well. And alongside Knuckles Superman is in the middle because, you know, punk rocker and that. Yeah, that's just kind of this last shelf as well. I am very happy with this shelf. I'm very happy with my collection overall, to be quite honest with you. And with closing this shelf, that is my entire kind of collection that I have in my room. I've spent way too much money on all of this stuff, but I don't give a rat's bollocks. This is something I've been like watching on YouTube all the time throughout my life, and I actually wanted to do to get such a big collection that I'm happy with. And you should probably do that as well if you do the same that I did, really. So, uh, go buy more stuff.
Oi, prick! Yeah, you. Subscribe me, you wanker.